Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's July 14th, 2025, giving you an update on the Big Bear and Rush fires that are happening in the Payette National Forest, actually in the Frank Church Wilderness of No Return, near the main salmon and near the Middle Fork, not on the Middle Fork. So this is looking at the Arctic Point Fire Lookout. This, I believe, was from July 11th. Not a lot of great information coming in from these fires because they're not really near a lot of people or structures. So just kind of slowly getting in pieces of data, and I'm trying to try to put together the pieces as we go. And if you're still enjoying these fire broadcasts, we ask you do a one-time donation, or even better, sign up for a monthly sustaining membership to help this going. We're going to look out at watch duty this morning on the Big Bear fire, start off there. These are kind of the closer hot spots. So the fire started more over where the icon is, and you can see it's burning to the south and west with those brighter colors are from satellite imagery of hotspots. We haven't been getting a lot of infrared flyovers from planes because I think this is a lower priority on the fires across the U.S. right now. So yeah, you can see there's some burning on the north here near the Quarry Bar campsite. So you might see some flames as you're rafting down the not the middle fork, the main fork of the Salmon. But a lot of that is burning in the interior. So, not as harmful, and some good low to moderate fire moving through there. So that's great for the understory, cleaning out some of that dead fall and really helping rejuvenate the forest in the long term. So they tend to let these fires, especially if they're naturally caused in the wilderness area, to burn as long as they're not threaten any life or structures out there. Now we do have one structure just to the east of Arctic Point. There is a fire lookout. See if my satellite gets enough close. It's kind of like right in this vicinity here. Yep, there it is. So they actually wrap that thing up in foil. We'll show you here in a second. This is the latest coming in off of that fire. This was a jet boat that was on the river. So you can see just burning in the understory, no crown fires, but pretty rugged, steep terrain. Again, this is kind of the good amount of fire that you want to see in that zone, not really having those large plumes. This is the Arctic Point cabin where the fire lookout stays in. They wrap this in basically really strong tinfoil so it reflects heat and less damage to having that cabin burn over as the fire is kind of slowly heading that way. What else did I want to show? Maybe we'll go back to this map. So yeah, it's burning over to the west and south. And maybe I'll just flip this over so we can see the topo map. The interesting thing about what's going on here is that historically there's been lots of fires. These gray areas are previous fires. So last year there was a fire over here to the north and to the south. So those are going to offer some pretty good buffers for this fire to burn into. And so, I'm not really seeing anything crazy with this stopping any operations in the Middle Fork area. It might cause a little bit of smoke in the mornings with inversions as that cold air sinks to the valley floor and traps that smoke in there. But as the day progresses, that should lift up. And over the next few days, we're going to have kind of stronger westerly winds. So if it did push the fire back to the east, I don't know how hot a lot of this burned over here, but it is in pretty rocky and dry area where there's less timber to burn. So that is good for not really causing additional fires. Like I said, some of this area already burned. I don't know if the satellite's doing a good job with being recent enough to show that, but that's good for this fire. So that's an update on the Big Bear fire. I will kind of keep you, uh, yeah, I'll keep you updated as I hear more information, but not too much. Now heading over to the Rush fire, which is to the south, near the Big Fork. It's actually on Big Creek, which flows into the Middle Fork. Um, this fire started right in this perimeter here, just south of Soldier Bar Airport. That remote airport actually burned over. I've never been there before, but it looks like kind of just an airstrip in the middle of a field. I think there might be a structure over here that I saw on the satellite. But this is burning in real rugged terrain here. Far less trees on this fire, so I think it just is running out of fuel. And yeah, I think a lot of this is, if it has kind of burn its thing, like it might just be slowly putting itself out. Best case scenario. So Rush Fire is not as big of a fire as the Big Bear is right now, and we'll just kind of continue to keep an eye on it. But I think the biggest thing going on right now, as far as hazards, is just going to be smoke in that area, and seeing a little bit of open flame if you're going down the main of the Salmon.